Welcome to the Hour Show once again on NDD TV. Many Ghanaians have since independence believed that the first president of Ghana, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, achieved remarkable successes. However, we are going to dive into his failures today as well. We sit here with the man who served under the president. It is none other than Nkrumah-Ex WO2 Gyimah. We welcome you once again to the Hour Show. Previous segment that you came on, a lot commended you for your attendance, your boldness, and also being able to, tell us a lot of things that actually transpired during the Nkrumah regime.
Yep.
Who was Dr. Kwame Nkrumah?
Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes, who was he as a person?
Thank you very much, Mr. Andy.
Yeah.
And then thank you to your listeners who are now listening to us. I hope that everybody's listening to Andy's program this afternoon. Kwame Nkrumah is a person, when you go to the Bible,
right,
as the way God called Moses to go to Egypt and tell Pharaoh, release the Jews to send them back to where? Their land. The same thing God to make Kwame Nkrumah. It was God who asked Kwame Nkrumah to take independence from the white people, and which are rule ourselves. And do you know what happened? When Nkrumah have independence, what Nkrumah did, it is only people outside can even say that Nkrumah haven't done anything. Nkrumah make sure he put heavy pillars around the whole country. How many industries Nkrumah left? Over more than 125 industries.
Those you are now talking about his achievement.
Yeah, things he did.
Okay.
Yes. You see, Kwame Nkrumah is somebody who God brought him into Ghana to take independence from the white people.
Okay. So, you mentioned
125 industries.
Okay.
Factories and companies.
Where are all these factories?
We have asked a very nice question.
Yeah.
If some of our leaders, when they came to rule the country, if they have continued, today I can even assure you that over more than 18 million of Ghanaians are still working up to today. First of all, we have workers' brigade across the whole country, districts and regional capitals.
Right.
We have state farm across the whole country, and workers' brigade. Do you know the kind of job workers' brigade do? We had a name of Gramo factory before, Gramo in Ghana.
What do they do?
They have a lot of machines. When you go to Hong Kong, Hong Kong haven't got anything. They have a very big factory. They employ over more than 20,000 people.
All right.
What they do is that they show things, clothing, and send to other countries, like Master Spencer's, Topshop, House of Fraser, John Lewis, and then House of Fraser, Dr. Perkin, Topshop. It's the duty they do.
Are you saying that, because you hear a lot of people say Nkrumah, there were a lot of infrastructures that he built, a lot of companies and industries. Can we just boast of even one at the moment?
Fine.
Give me one single industry
I'll give you
that is actually in existence.
No,
now.
we have seen this corn beef. This corn beef being manufactured from Brazil.
Right.
The best corn beef in Africa from Ghana.
At this time.
No, in 1979, the factory were working. 1980, the factory were working. But when Ronald's take over, then the factory collapsed.
Okay, so all successive government that came after Nkrumah maintained those factories?
They maintained it. Busia came to power just only about less than 23 months, 2 years or months.
Okay.
Not 2 years. And he overthrew by Achampong. When Achampong comes, it's continue. Yeah. And the Borga Combi factory were working. I visited Borga Combi factory 3 times. 3 times when the factory were working. Do you know why? But this time, they can't have cows to fill the factory, and they collapse the factory. How many industries Kwame Nkrumah you have our own sugar factory? Do you know? Have one at Echechori, have one at Commander. Now, Commander one, they are prepared repair it about 25 million. What about Sucharowan? Still in the bush, rusting. It is our tax money. They used to buy all these machines to repair it. But our own Ghanaians, they have seen that the factory is collapsing. We have very big land of more than 10 miles square for farmers to plant sugarcane. Now the chiefs have now surrendered land to individual people to build a house on it. Now they've finished Commander Sugar Factory. They need raw materials to fill this in the machine. You can have it. Ghana exports sugar from different countries. When you have our machines over there, that one.
Is there any Kwame Nkrumah industry in existence?
Yeah, it's part of Kwame Nkrumah. It's Kwame Nkrumah project.
Can we boast of even one at the moment? Name me one factory that exists today.
Now, let's see. One factory, let's see. Just about a few weeks ago, I had Sunlight.
Right.
Are still working.
Okay.
You have some soap called Sunlight.
Sunlight, okay.
Do you know Ghana, we have our own toothpaste. Ghana, we have our own oil, cooking oil. You have our own sardine. You have our own tinapa. You have...
that is our own branded. So what is... Name me one cooking oil.
Well, I think a Siema in Western region.
Okay.
Oil factory, I think it's working up to today.
Okay.
Apart from that, which factory again? In some Canada, they have sold to somebody. Rollins sold to his wife. Government property. You sell it to your wife. Your wife, the leader, which is not fair. Our tax money. Our grandfathers who suffer and fight and pay their tax, they use that money to build a factory, which is our young children can even get a job in future. Mm-hmm. You sell it to your wife. You know now Ghana export tomatoes from Burkina Faso, Burkina. Ghana export tomatoes from Burkina, and Burkina tomato is more expensive than Ghana tomato. Go to Akumadan. Nkrumah have a very big land. They plant tomatoes at Akumadan, and then they can use these tomatoes and feed whole Africa. But today, they export tomatoes from Burkina to Ghana. Let's go back to Esechore.
Okay.
Nkrumah have very big land for people who want to plant rice. That gets at Esechore. It's no more.
Okay.
Nkrumah started, okay, they should plant cotton.
Right.
They use this cotton, they make calico at Japan. Tested. And Holland factory will buy the calico and send it to Holland and print it and write it Holland wax and come and sell it high price in Ghana. Is it sense? It's not sense. You have so many factories in Ghana. Look, let's go straight to Central Region.
Right.
Central Region, you have Amir Sankari, somebody private company. They do soap. So many things and ties and this thing. Go to Abra. Abra, they have rose pillars. They have this rose. They around people around Abra plant this small orange and fill the factory, and they send it this thing to Britain here.
The raw material.
The raw material.
Okay.
And come and sell it with high price. They use all this thing to make a washing up liquid and everything in this country and perfume. Do you know how much? If they kill one cow, you can get a meat. The skin, they have a place, they will dry it and come and sell it. They used to make this leather chest and everything.
So we had a leather factory or a shoe factory. We had a leather factory.
That's the Ashanti region, Kumasi.
Okay.
They bring this leather to Kumasi and start making shoe called lenders. Ask everybody in Ghana, what is lender? The factory collapsed. If we ask our leaders, why this company get collapsed? They say, well, government property, people are not taking care of government property. When I heard this story, it looked so annoying to me. Why? Who pay armed forces? Isn't the government pay them? who pay police service, who pay prison service, who pay custom. But all these departments have to, there's discipline because government will appoint somebody, we are managing director for this company. We can't get people. You can't take a doctor to be a managing director for maybe shoe factory. You need somebody who qualified to appointed to be a managing director at this shoe factory. This is why the company get collapsed. They use everything in politics. Our problem in Africa is the politics who have killed it, even though because people will never walk from Africa through the side to Europe and they die on the road. Our leaders who have created all this problem. But Kwame Nkrumah makes his mind that every Ghanaian will stay in Ghana and work. When you finish primary school from class 1 up to primary school pieces, you couldn't continue, you got your job. Elementary school, 4 years, 7, you got your job. Secondary school, 5 years, you got a job. You finish sixth form, university, you got a job. Now we're in Ghana, there's a lot of graduates at home that haven't got work. It's because of our leaders couldn't control. But most of the military government who created all this problem. Achampon did a very good job. When Achampon took over from Buzia, she started these estate houses. Started waterways and then another powerhouse. If Ghana have about 2 power stations or 3, Akosumo and another one is very big. But this Akosumo one, they have collapsed Akosumo one. But because Akosumo one is only 1 power station in Ghana, everybody eye on the Akosumo Dam. They will make sure that they put money on Akosumo. This Akosumo Dam is working up to today. There's a lot of factories. How many Black Star lines? Kwame Nkrumah left over more than 11 ships. When you can buy another one again, if you buy one, another person will buy another one. It was that then there's going to be another job for people. Let's go with state fishing. Almost going to 32 state fishing boats. Now, nobody knows where that boats are passed. 32, you have state fishing. And every region in Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah may reserve warehouse. You can get some from Takoradi 1, where they reserve food. As the way Americans have done it now, they will bring the food. And that house alone can contain almost more than 5 years. Corn, yam, and so. You keep it there for 5 years. The food will never spoil. And the rest can spoil quick. That's why they're making some candle to put tomatoes, garden nest, and export. We shall export all this thing. Let's go to Takoradi. They make toilet roll. You know that?
I didn't know that.
They make toothpaste. They make exercise book. So many things in Takoradi. And in Ghana, you make our own matches.
Yeah.
You can get it from Kede. They moved this Kede factory to industrial area, Accra. And later, they send it back to Kede again. Is it working? We have our diamond. Diamond is not working. It's over 125 industries Nkrumah left. From 1966 up to today, all the leaders have asked them to make just only three up to 3. It's not 20. So people will get job. Yeah. People will get job in Ghana. Okay. But when they can also infrastructure this, they are making road. They are building school dormitories. We are building school dormitories for people, somebody to finish school. When you finish school, you won't get a job. You build dormitory and build more schools. When they finish, they get a job. But the parents have paid school fees to the children to attend school and come and pay back to get a job and work and look after their parents. But now when they finish school, they can't get a job. Look, to be a good instructor, to be a good teacher, you must know your theory. You must know your practicals. The practicals, the syllables, you break the syllables into pieces and rejoin it before. This is our problem. Our problem is we use only theory, but we are not using practicals in Africa. Well, I haven't got too much comment about Buzia. Because when Buzia came, she couldn't keep on before she overthrew.
Okay.
But some mistake I've seen from Buzia, she gives some contract to some people who are not qualified to be in that job. Like, do you know Carnation, Odoko Carnation, this thing?
Yeah.
That big road and the what, she gives to a bank manager. It's called Okre contractor. This Okre contractor is a bank manager from commercial bank. She know only accounts. He doesn't know anything about engineering job. But because politics, we have given it to him. And today, when rain fall, what is happening in Accra?
But talking about that, a lot of people have also criticized Nkrumah and his government as equally being corrupt. Recently, there is an alleged news of Ghana having some sort of investment in Switzerland, which is becoming quite difficult for us to retract back. Well, what's your take on that?
Look, people are those people.
Right.
Let me tell you, in your own family, on your own classmate, we are prefect.
Yeah.
Never think the whole class
Will like you.
will like you. There's nothing you can do. You have your enemies in the class. It is same like politics. Nkrumah become a leader. People will like him, people won't like him.
Do you believe that the leaders of UGCC saw to the failures of Kwame Nkrumah or his downfall?
Oh, yeah, 100%. And people do know what happened. You see, the first person who wrote a letter and give it to JB Dankwa, Obi Chebelamti, Akweje, William Ofodata, and then Edward Kufuor. They are 5. It's okay. Let's meet at Sopon on 18th August, which is 1948. It's called John Graham. George Graham is a businessman from Takoradi. She started independence first. Say, I'm a businessman. I can't stop my business. I come and do politics. I know 5 of you. And when they went to the meeting, they said this, they need somebody can be a general secretary. I said, you didn't get here, job. And Akwaje said, when I was in university, I know one person. He's a Ghanaian. He's very good. It's called Kwame Nkrumah. It's in London now. Let's go and bring him. Then George Grant and his group contributed small money. First, they wrote a letter to him in London here. And Kwame Nkrumah said, in fact, she haven't got a penny to take a plane to Ghana. If they can get money, and then they contribute some money, they give it to Kwame Nkrumah. Nkrumah reached Ghana just only 2 months. And all this big society, they were arrested. When they were arrested and put them on Oshaford, and then these leaders, JB Dankwa and his group, so let's take time and then deceive this one. Nkrumah said, no, we need independence now. And someone said, okay, Matemio. And Nkrumah resigned from their party, left only 5. Nkrumah from CPP, which is a Conventional People's Party. See, what pains me is that sometimes people say, oh, Nkrumah was so very bad. Nkrumah arrested people, she put them in prison. It's a lie. Look, today, me and you, we are in London here. If like, call your son and then he tell that tomorrow, when you go to school tomorrow to report to the teacher, you'll be arrested. No, so.
Right.
Nkrumah said, don't use children for cheap labor. But when we are 5 years, you see 5 years baby or girl working to farm, they say, don't do it. Leave the children, they are going to be future leader.
So you don't believe he was a dictator? Was he a dictator?
Nkrumah?
Yes.
What happened is that he reached a time,
right,
people are threatening his life to kill him.
Right.
And when they give you power, And I think people wanted to kill you. What is going to happen? You yourself, you know we are doing a very good job. But don't follow you think that we are not doing a good job. This is why we accounts, we repeat some words, said, now ultra kwan means in a chia. Nkrumah were doing things straight to make sure that the country. Since Nkrumah came straight, she moved from castle to Flaster House. Flaster House is not the government property. It's government property. Mm-hmm. We heard that Kwame Nkrumah bought a house for himself in Ghana. We heard Kwame Nkrumah use government money to furnish his house. No. Yeah. I know about 2 or 3 head of state use the government money to furnish their house. Kwame Nkrumah from his heart to make sure that the grandchildren will come and get a job.
Why did he spend so much money outside Ghana?
Thank you very much. Mm. People say Kwame Nkrumah spend a lot of money outside.
Yeah.
Who outside? It's Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. Mm-hmm. Nkrumah put Pommy factory at Boroga, Tongo. Mm-hmm. Ghana haven't got cow. Do you know that? Ghana, we haven't got Fulani.
Of course.
Can we get this cow from this North Nigeria, Niger, and others? Mm. She give to open their more their farms, which they can sell the cows to feed our our common factory. This is why she put it in the Boroga, which they walk one way to Accra or Tema or Kumasi. From north, they walk through the bush and come and sell it.
Why didn't he just concentrate on Ghana for a while? Was independence too early? Was it too premature? Was it too early?
It's not too early.
You think probably? Let's assume UGCC, the leaders, mm-hmm. Were demanding for him to be patient and wait a little while. Mm-hmm. Did you think probably that would have made a bit of a difference because we were too? Probably it came too early to us.
It's not too early. The white people rule for how many years? 110 years, you know so.
Right.
It's not too long.
It is.
It's too long.
Yes.
And it's too long. We are taking just 1 year to take over from the. Take it now, right now. We bought a house in Ghana.
Yeah.
Okay, because we are here, we want to use the house for rent. We can get some small money. Mm-hmm. And left you 2 years to go home. You wrote a letter to the person, okay, now I'm coming back. Find a place. I'm coming to take over my house, you know so.
That's right.
And the same thing Nkrumah you did. We are here for so many years. What do we expect? She said that 210 years is enough. And that 110, how many secondary schools do you have in Ghana?
Right. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we will talk more about Kwame Nkrumah's achievement.
Maintaining a presence at the forefront of a global issue with the desire to help others come to a resolve in personal and business affairs is why Andy D Legal and Immigration Associate was established.
We specialize in overseas British passport applications, bails and temporary admission, deportation and detention cases.
The profound pattern in achieving positive results with fragile cases in immigration, nationality, European Union and human rights law, adoption, marriage, divorce, litigation, and so on, up to date, has been broken, and that is why our client base continues to expand.
We also do representations at the UK border agencies and overseas consulate, human rights law, and settlement and leave to remain applications.
We have the right keys to unlock any case across the spectrum of law, locally in London and across the borders in Ghana, where our other branches are established.
We are located at 44 Broadway, Stratford, E15 1XH. Our telephone number is 0203 1300 751. Welcome back. Just before we went on break,
yes,
I was actually pointing out that probably our independence came too early.
It's not too early. That's the time. It's the time God have given it to Nkrumah to fight and get independence. It's the time God sent Moses to go to Pharaoh and ask Pharaoh to release the Jews to send them back to their land. That's what happened. When J.B. Dankwa and the group wanted the white to rule at another 20 years.
Wouldn't it have been better?
It will be better.
Why not?
When Nkrumah
is it better now? I mean, look at where we are. Most people have it.
At least Nkrumah have.
Right.
And then they give the power to Kwame Nkrumah.
Right.
And more industries. Nkrumah started. But what's the population of Ghana? Population of Ghana will be about maybe 7 million.
But he took over.
He took over about 7 million population of Ghana.
Unemployment rose sharply. Food prices increased. There were a lot of challenges he faced. I mean, at the time, you were talking about education. Barely quarter of the population of Ghana were not educated.
Yep. I'll tell you a little bit story about it. Nkrumah time.
Right.
Nkrumah wanted to speak and make all Ghana people to be very happy in Ghana. Everybody should get a job. Like Workers' Brigade, State Farm, so if this factory is there, this factory, every region have its own factory. But it reached a time people have started sabotage Kwame Nkrumah. From its own party, one is his finance minister.
That is what I'm saying.
You see,
so
the man is good,
right.
But the foreigners, those who follow him, yes, who brought him down.
So probably, would you agree with Mandela not to have taken over completely and probably also, indulge some of these white people to help him rule the country? Mandela did the same thing. Why couldn't Kwame Nkrumah do the same? Wouldn't Ghana be better at this moment?
Sometimes, we have been to South Africa before.
Right.
We have been there before.
Yes.
Very good. When you go to South Africa, I've been to South Africa 3 times. When you go to South Africa is like West Africa. It's the same as West Africa.
Course, yeah.
And maybe Ghana, Accra, that's why people make the place very nice. That's where the white people were staying now. What about Kumasi and others, Suhum, Kotoka, Ibunte and others? They are staying in bush.
But you agree that Kwame Nkrumah did not, do a lot of infrastructures in those areas in terms of developmental infrastructures. I mean, if we should give praise, it will be going to Governor Gotjesbeck, wouldn't we?
But that's why people were there for 110 years. They couldn't do anything. One Kwame Nkrumah came for only 7 years. Look what these white people were there for 110. The secondary schools are just only about 5 or 6. President Pusek. And then St. Augustine and Agri Memorial in Cape Coast. Apart from that, there's no
I mean, he was probably very hardworking, but are you also going to... Are we a bit lazy or are we lazy as Ghanaians? I mean, because he worked hard.
Nkrumah worked hard.
Yes.
But our problem is that we Ghanaians, we need somebody can be 100 very hot. We need somebody can be push us as the way discipline in army and armed forces.
So why do we blame Rawlings? A lot praise him for being that strong as a leader.
Because whatever, look, if you leave Ghanaians,
right,
and then we leave something for them, maybe they will say, well, this one is for government. The government property is not your property. But in the armed forces, whether it's your property or it's not property, you are foreign joined, you are disciplined in the armed forces. The same thing must go to civil side. Look, I remember when I was in ministries, somebody come to work maybe 11 o'clock, nobody to check him. Somebody can close maybe 3 o'clock and go home. But in armed forces, 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
Right.
We must have the same discipline in civil service. Because we are not having that discipline in civil service. This is what government property is collapsing. That's why there's no discipline in the civil service. Who to handle it?
But weren't we a bit disciplined when we were ruled?
When the white people
rule us,
that's a very good discipline.
Okay.
Because the white man was
wouldn't it have been better for him to have engaged them for the time being, because even his own security personnel were not to be trusted. You clearly see they attempted to kill him several times.
It's not that Nkrumah attempted to kill him from outside, like Malaptula and then the other group. You know, this man JB Dankwa planned a coup against Kwame Nkrumah. And she was arrested and put life in imprisonment.
Who actually started this coup? I learned one Chachu Chekata started it. Is that the case?
Chachu Chekata?
Yeah. Is it Kwajo Chekata?
No. Kwajo Chekata haven't started any coup in Ghana. She have never attempted coup in Ghana. Who started this coup?
So why did he flee to Saudi Arabia?
Kwajo Chekata?
Yes.
Kwajo Chekata was a military army captain from Reki Regiment.
Okay.
And he have a problem in Congo.
Okay.
When they came back, she was dismissed. Not Kwajo Chekata alone. There's another Commander Kwei, were commanding officer for 3rd Infantry Battalion. They went to Congo, and then they went to arrested the commanding officer and beat him. And when the soldiers came, the soldiers were arrested and put in prison in Nsuom.
Okay.
The same thing happened to Kwajo Chekata.
Okay.
She was dismissed.
All right.
From army.
Okay.
When she dismissed, then she went to her outside. So many soldiers who retired. Some of them went to Liberia and others.
You know what I still cannot understand?
Who?
Ghana International Airport. That's Kotoka International Airport. Who actually built it?
Who do what?
Who built it?
Who built it? It's Kwame Nkrumah. No. The airport were there already.
Right.
Before Kwame Nkrumah
expanded.
Okay. Yeah.
Why did we name it after Kotoka?
Fine. What happened is that during 1967,
right,
there's another coup called abortive coup. The leader is Lieutenant Atta, Lieutenant Yeboah, Second Lieutenant Osei Poku. These officers from Reki Regiment Ho, they brought the armor cars from Ho to Accra to make this attempted coup, and they failed. Yeboah went to Flaster House and killed Kotoka and killed Sergeant Osei Grunsi, and bring the body to airport. When she brought the body to airport,
right,
when they make announcement that the coup is failed, all members should report. The members report at police headquarters, but they couldn't find Kotoka. Then they found that Kotoka body were in this airport. This is why Afrifa and Ankara, but Ankara were head of state. Hali were second in command, vice. Deku, Nunu, Yakubu, this is the police side. Go back to military side, Ankara, Kotoka, Afrifa, and Okra. But Kotoka passed away, which had left only 3 and 4. That's what, and then they said, no, that's okay, let's call it Kotoka International Airport. It's the same like Ewak. You know, we have a stadium called Ewak Stadium. You know why they call it the Ewak Stadium?
Why?
It's one colonel. It's a Nigerian officer, Nigerian man, but he stayed in Ghana and natural as Ghanaian, and she joined army, and they make that decision, and they call it Ewak. It's called Colonel Ewak. He's a Nigerian man. That's why they name it, which is a foreign name. Everybody can choose whatever.
I mean, I'm beginning to understand and appreciate some of the things Nkrumah did. Yeah. But if he did all these good things, and we can't even name one infrastructure, he didn't do. It seems that he's not greedy at all because he didn't name anything after himself.
No.
Nkrumah didn't. No. So why can't we? I'm sure he built a lot that we are enjoying.
He built a lot.
But why can't we name? Because if someone attempted a coup and then we name a whole international airport, that that doesn't just make sense.
Nkrumah Circle.
Right.
We're called Nkrumah Circle. Now they changed the name to make the National Regional Circle. Not so.
Right.
Kumasi Tech was called Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, so.
Right.
Now they changed the name again.
Why do they hate him so much?
Very good. They changed the name,
Right.
and later they brought Kwame Nkrumah name again.
Okay.
It's politics. I don't like Kwame Nkrumah.
Right.
Let's take his name from Susan Supre.
What good does Kotoka?
And Kotoka name.
Yeah, I mean, history. You're traveling with a child. You get to the airport. Who is Kotoka? And then you have to explain.
Kotoka is a leader of the first school in Ghana.
So why is his
Yes,
name?
he's a-
Why is his name supposed to be on an
But
airport?
changing names in, like, if they want to change this international, like Kotoka International Airport.
Yes.
If they want to change the name,
Right.
it will cost Ghana a lot of money. Because a letterhead from everywhere in the world. Because we are buying ticket from where you come from, we are going to Ghana, it's Kotoka. They're going to change the letterhead. And it's going to be another problem. This is why I think they think, and then Kotoka Airport. And if they want to change the name now, maybe
Shouldn't be
to
a
bring
big deal.
a little bit, why? Because it's the man is ever, or so and so.
But truly, you are a true servant of Ghana.
Yes.
Do you believe his name should be on the airport? I mean,
Well-
don't you have some stiffness and some sort of, I mean, how do you explain to somebody when you are questioned, Kotoka International, so what is Kotoka? Then you have to elaborate. Somebody who
Kotoka
attempts
is I'm a general, but look, this American president give us money, loan. But
Right.
Ghana is paying. You use this money to make a road from Malam to airport. It's called George Walker
Bush,
Bush
yeah.
Road.
Right.
So
Right.
this is someone which is the Ghanaians felt that time, the leaders, okay, let's give this name. Let's go back to Michel Camp. Do you know who they call Tema?
Right.
That military barracks.
Right.
They call Michel Camp. You heard the name before?
I've heard it before.
Well, it's a brigadier. He have a plane crash at Kintampo.
But it wasn't an attempt to overthrow a
No. She have a plane crash, but because he's a first brigadier in black to get a brigadier in doing the white people.
Right.
They name the place as a.
I understand that perfectly.
But what about Kotoka one? You don't understand it.
I don't understand because the man who tried to overthrow, attempted to eradicate the man who actually led it into independence, liberated us, helped, and you mentioned all these infrastructures.
But it's Nkrumah who appointed him as a second brigade commander at Northern Part. All these people in Nkrumah who appointed them, but he overthrew Nkrumah. That's what we Ghanaians, we said, Abu Beka with him to me. You think we are working on that person? Be very careful. You can feed a lion with milk. When you finish feeding him, she will grab you and eat you. That's what the life is. She appointed them and then she overthrew him. Kotoka was Lieutenant Colonel, commanding 2nd Infantry Battalion. She was promoted to full colonel and sent to 2nd Infantry Brigade as brigade commander and brought Brigadier Aferi.
What any good did Kotoka do for Ghana?
Well, Kotoka haven't done anything I know to Ghana, but what people said, Kotoka lead people to overthrow Nkrumah, and his enemies were happy. That's why the enemies of Nkrumah said they should name the place as Kotoka.
One of the presidents that, those military leaders were, was actually a sympathizer of Nkrumah.
Who?
I think, was he a Champon?
Champon, yeah.
Was a sympathizer of Nkrumah.
Very
So
good.
the idea was that he comes to power and hand over back to Nkrumah.
To Nkrumah's group. This military coup,
Right.
the UP, Gaby Danko's group,
Right.
overthrow CPP. And when CPP took him, they hand over the government to Buzia. And they asked, no CPP man can vote in Ghana. And then they win. When they win, Buzia become in power. And CPP to influence another CPP man to overthrow Buzia. That's a Champon time.
So why didn't a Champon hand over?
Who?
A Champon.
She did what?
Why didn't he allow Nkrumah to come back when he was in power?
Fine. The aim of a Champon,
Right.
ask Nkrumah to last. She want to make sure all the security apparatus is very safe. 1 year, 2 years. From 2 years to 3 years. And I see people, members say, it's too long. Give us a chance to come and rule. Hand over to civilians. Soldier, we are a soldier. Go back to Paris and continue your duties. And we civilian politicians, we shall carry on our job. Achampong take that. And they started planning coup against Achampong. Both you, Alice Amma and his group.
Well, my point is, at the point where, when Achampong is now in power,
yes.
Why couldn't Nkrumah return back to Ghana?
Nkrumah?
Yes.
But Nkrumah were not feeling well in Guinea. Guinea to Nkrumah have given appointment.
Right.
To securely have given appointment to Kwame Nkrumah.
Yeah.
And then because he was not feeling well and it's one time it's okay, it should take. But it's people, they wanted to take them and hand over to them. When they hand over to them, then they will bring Nkrumah, not Achampong. It's the same people who wanted to bring Nkrumah, but not Achampong. If they bring Achampong, they go, Nkrumah come back. And then when he came to the country, so another people to start planning again. It's a military tactics.
Okay.
You see, you look, when Nkrumah died, when Achampong were in power, not so.
Right.
Because he was not feeling well.
Right.
They brought the body into Ghana, not so.
Right.
Through Achampong time.
Yeah.
Buzia passed away in London here. It was Ekufu time. Ekufu brought the body into Ghana for burial. So, do you think Nkrumah died during Ekufu time, they bring the body into Ghana? Yes or no? No, because Ekufu is a UP man.
Why did people, he passed away. What killed Nkrumah?
Well, Nkrumah had have a cancer or so and so. Through all the bombing, and this, I think have effect. This is why it started, any sickness started graduate. You see, when more you are growing, more the sickness become very serious. And then they took him to Hanoi, and then he passed away. On
return of his body to Ghana, there was no empathy. People did not show any sign of remorse.
Oh,
the country was...
No. When they brought Nkrumah's body,
right.
First they sent the body to Nkrofo in the western region, in Zuma area for burial.
Right.
Later, people sit down and think that they should bring the body again to Accra for another burial again. And they brought the body to Accra. When you go to Act Center, opposite Volunteer Fort, Bank of Ghana, that's why the Nkrumah were buried now. Because everybody know that Nkrumah. You see, more time, things changing. Now people have no things Nkrumah have done. But for those people who are foreign, you people who give you wrong ideas. Nkrumah is a bad person. Nkrumah is so and so. If you're a leader in Ghana and somebody will sit down and start instructing you in front of outside, the person will be arrested. Nkrumah brought discipline into Ghana. Look at what is happening now. Somebody can get up and start insulting our own president. You voted into power.
Why we have the executive power in the 1992 Constitution, but you never see a president actually exercising that or utilizing the 1992 Constitution to penalize anybody. Not a former leader, John Mahama, for instance. Is it because they are scared that when they are also out of power, a new president will utilize the same Constitution to penalize them?
Well, this 1992, this Constitution, to me, they must change a lot of syllabus inside. They have given them so many power.
Of course.
Somebody cannot. They should change so many things. If they change it, I think Ghana will move forward.
Thank you very much.
Look, I remember one head of state retired from his post. They tried to call him back to come and make accountable. So it was jail. But why Ghana, if a president out from his post, nobody, they won't ask him, come and make an account. Should be working free.
It's shocking. And it's not like they're immune from it. There is
there's something, yes.
But no president has ever actually exercised that.
Yes.
Why is that? Kufuor didn't exercise it.
Do you know?
Mills didn't exercise it. And
the next president who is coming, I will give you, they must pass a law in Parliament to give it to the press people, which is they can get information from every department in Ghana. Up to today, how many years now? More than 10 years. More than 10 years. They haven't passed that law. I heard the speaker was saying that, okay, by ending of December, they'll pass that law. And then we have already entered, we are now entering December. When are you going to pass that law? And then because the press people cannot get opportunity to go to most of the government department to ask information, to publish for people to know what is going on. If this have been passed, Ghana to move forward. They can't pass the law. If they pass the law, who sit there, if it's MP or so, a minister, they will know his secret. This is why they can't pass the law. So many things from 1992 should be changed straight from Ghana. It will help us. It will help us. First of all, if they give you appointment today, as a speaker, as a minister, as an MP, it's not your family property. One of the day, you will leave the place. One day, you will leave the place. And somebody will go there. If somebody is there, the person is doing something which is wrong. Can you check that person? Yes or no? In African politics, everybody go in purpose for money, not only for name. If they go in purpose for name, I think Ghana will move forward. That's the content. Maybe they can ask, okay, let's build a school. This a school block, maybe in Kwanta. It will cost about maybe 120 million. They will give it to somebody. That person will sell it to somebody, and then he sell it to another person. The last person, the money she's going to have is just only about maybe 60 million. How do you expect that person to put that block? Where they must use 10 bags of cement, she use only 3 bags of cement because she haven't got enough money. She needs money for his pocket and pay his workers. This is our problem in Ghana.
So when Nkrumah arrested a lot of people for corrupt practices, they called him an oppressor. Is that the case? Because, I mean, nobody...
When Rhodes make first attempted coup, 1979, 15th May, which was Thursday, and she failed. She was arrested. Not so.
Right.
Good. And asked my father and my grandfather. Nkrumah arrested my grandfather. Yes or no? Because you couldn't do anything bad against Nkrumah. But if you do something bad against Nkrumah, that's why you were arrested. If not attempted coup or do any stand somewhere and started insulting Nkrumah in the public, then you will be arrested. Go to prison. Why do you start insulting the president in the public?
Do you think Ghana will ever change?
Ghana, before Ghana can change, unless you get a good, powerful leader. I was thinking Rhodes will be one of the powerful president in head of state in Ghana. But let me give you one example. We can plan very hard to be a president today. They will send him to maybe Flaster House. When you reach office, okay, I'll make sure. Look at the place at Rwanda. The president said all churches to be closed, left only 2 churches. Is it working now? But in Ghana, when you go to our head president office, when you look up, you see that there's honey from the top into your mouth. And they'll start making, well, if it's sweet and that's the end, there's nothing we can do again. But if you want to look down, then you can do the job.
Can Nanado change it?
Because, who?
Nanado.
She do what?
Can he change the situation?
She can't change it. She can't change it. If Nanado can change it, now I'm expecting Nanado to say that, okay, 1 district, 1 factory is very good idea. It was there a long time, Nkrumah time. Nkrumah time, we have all districts, we have state farm, workers, state farm and workers brigade. But the factories in the region and the district, are you going to repair it for people to get job? You know, as a man can say, you have cassava factory, big one. People who plant cassava and guias. When they say the cassava, they won't pay them. The factory is now rusting. Go back to Sichore, Another sugar factory is rusting. Go to Borga, Tongo, Kombi factory is rusting. Magic factory is rusting. Road pillars is rusting. Ghana Wheat is rusting. Black Star is rusting. Our coastal is rusting. State Fishing is rusting. We have D-Hawk. Do you know we have D-Hawk in Ghana? How many companies do you have in D-Hawk? So many companies. Some of our customer tested and everything. Some of the companies says it's now closing down. You have Vaco. You have so many. Do you know how many Vaco workers? Over more than 27,000.
But would you give Nana Addo any credit at all for his time in office? I mean, look at that shortage of power.
Well, but Nana Addo, next month is exactly 2 years.
Right.
Nana Addo were voted to be a president. To be a president for first 1 year,
right,
it's not easy.
Okay.
You must go through all the papers,
right,
and know where your appointment, where you are going to make people who are going to. This is a minister for social. It will take almost a year. You must get it. Trust people who are qualified for that job. And the second year now we are going to review the job we are going to do. But I hope the 4 years is too small. But maybe from next year
you will see a massive.
We see something massive. But I hope that Nana Addo is there not because of money, but because of name. She's going to do something. And I'm not the MPP, but when I see them, the old man, like, she's going to do something to achieve name. You know that when Nana Addo came, this is the job she did. But now, well, she will do something. But one I'm very happy is that when she came, some of the projects been banned for so many years, like some estate houses, she have tried his best and then finished almost 80%.
I mean, a lot of people don't give Nana Addo credit. I mean, for the timing, because
the same thing. Right. A lot of people couldn't give credit to Nkrumah too.
Right.
A lot of people couldn't give credit to Mama. A lot of people couldn't give credit to Lawrence. A lot of people couldn't give credit to Liman. A lot of people couldn't give credit for Akufu for just only 1 year.
I mean, Rollins, yeah.
Yes.
The number of years he had was just splendid for him to have changed Ghana. So I don't think it's... But let's focus on Nana Addo.
Rollins have done a good job in Ghana. Do you know where? Look, Bamboy, black voter.
Right.
She put bridge on top.
It's part of the processes.
Thank you.
Right.
But all these projects, people, any government who comes to power, any project you do is not your pocket money. It's the state money. We are using it. Maybe if you are saying, okay, I want to construct only road alone. Maybe you come say, okay, I want to build schools. Maybe this gentleman will come, so I want to make sure that I build to get more castles into the country. But what pains me right now in our politics in Ghana, they will buy a new cars and give it to the ministers and then DCs and everything. But if they are going, they will sell the car into their self. That's what I had in my life. It's not fair. Somebody will be in the bungalow. When they go, they sell the bungalow for themselves. Now, some of the ministers cannot get a house. Do you think Inspector General of Police have his Inspector General bungalow? If for the time, she can even tell the government, okay, I want to buy this house. No, CDS will never buy it. The next CDS will go and say that flat. The same thing. Chief Justice one, and the next person. But the ministers will buy the houses, and later when they appoint somebody as a minister, she will get a place to lodge. This is our problem in Africa, our own country, Ghana. If they can change this, if they can change, I'll be very happy. Do something for the young ones. Our children, our grandchildren, our great-children, when they finish school, they can get a good job. Do you know how many, every year, university, how many people pass out from university? Over more than 4,000 across the whole country. How many of them get a job? Somebody will be at house about almost 5 years, you won't get a job. If your son or your daughter, it depends you know so.
Right.
Give them a job to do. all these factories were there, and those our leaders have. We take it, Kombi factory, when you come, make it very big. It take about maybe 1,000 people. By this time, it take about maybe 10,000. Another factory, the Manchester factory, you have plywood at the Summer Boy and others. The stand is make it very big for our young ones who come in, who get a job. And the old ones who are 60 years, you retire them. They come and stay home. Somebody 60 years is still at work. How do you expect the young one who just finished university can get a job? Because you already broke the place. So that's our problem.
As Nkrumah did.
But Nkrumah one, you see, Nkrumah, the problem of Nkrumah is that when Nkrumah take over, Nkrumah have his ministers, excuse me to say, some are elementary school. But this time, if you finish university, we can't get a minister.
So,
unless we are a doctor, we finish your master's, PhDs, and a doctoring degree professors.
Do you see a little bit of Nkrumah in Nanado?
Who?
Nkrumah's spirit in Nanado. Do you see a little bit of it?
It's the same.
It's the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, Nanado is doing Nkrumah's status, but because she was a UP,
yeah.
She don't want to show that but it's the same Nkrumah's method.
Okay.
But it's very good. He's doing a very good job.
Okay.
She's continued the job somebody have done. She couldn't complete because it's a state money.
Okay.
That's why I like this way. And then the way it's not somebody. Nana is very about 74 to 75 years. She need the youngsters, youngsters, to come back in the future to get a job and come a big good leader in the country. She's a lawyer. She know what she want the name, but not the money. But that's why I like the way she do his thing. She take the Nekufad is very clever guy, very learned person, and then she do things very slowly to make sure that everything. Let's see next year, maybe things will be okay. What we expecting that then these ministers to back him. They should work hard. When they work hard, things will be okay. If somebody's not doing something you feel it's not good, change him from the position and bring somebody. That's why Kwame Nkrumah, 1 o'clock, if this minister have been retired, go home. They bring another person.
Right.
Yeah. We're expecting that way. It should be good.
You heard it all from X WO2 Gyimah. Nanado should be given more time. By next year, we might taste something good.
Very good, yes.
You wouldn't feel us next time because... right.
But you know, but I was just telling you about to be a very good experienced person.
Okay.
I was just in one of my... When I was in army,
okay,
I learned something from one army officer.
Right.
It's called Captain Baba Awuni. We heard a name before.
I've interviewed him. We sat with him. And
you know Captain Baba Awuni?
Yes. He's an exquisite man. A man of high moral and dignity.
I haven't seen for almost about 30-something years ago.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm in good contact with him. He's in Ghana now, but he travels out a lot. He was here in the studio with us.
With all my service in Ghana Armed Forces,
right,
I've never seen an army officer. I didn't know that this man would be one of Chief of Defense Staff before he left army. But just very unfortunate. 1 or 2 people spoiled the career. One of the best officer, very good intelligent officer, Captain Baba Awuni. You know, Baba Awuni were the first Ghanaian black to go to Lebanon and recce all the points and everything. Came back from Egypt to Lebanon, Lebanon to Syria, Syria to Israel. When he came, he called the platoon sergeants. He said, this is the job of you. You, the platoon sergeant, are going to do the job. I'd go right and eat that one. The way this captain prefers on the land, where there's bomb holes, so the guy was a very good officer. We are expecting such people to be in a... You know, if they train one army officer, do you know how much it costs the country? It costs the country very good money. But why Rawlings time started sacking these officers from Ghana Army. A good officer who can carry Ghana in future. People will learn something from him, and you sack him.
You are the one telling it. You are the one saying it at the moment, because when he
haven't done anything.
When he was on the show, I said to him, there is something special about you. If not, Rawlings wouldn't have paid too much attention to him.
Do you know where?
Yeah.
Captain Awuni knows his job. She knows that job very well. Very good intelligence. If Captain Awuni lead you to the war, you never lose your life. Very good intelligent officer. Because the way this guy briefed from Ghana before I read the war front. Syria were here, Jordan were here, Lebanon were here, Major Saddam were this side, Israel too were here. And where we are, that's the mountain they are fighting for. If you're at the top of the mountain, all these three countries, you see, this is Syria, this is Jordan, this is Israel, this is Lebanon, this is southern Lebanon. But it take only 2 weeks. We need such officers to live in Ghana, and they will send a letter to go home. In fact, it pains me very well. The good officers, Rawlings sacked them. I will be Rawlings today. You send a letter to these people and say sorry. Through somebody influence. That's what's happened. They should give them good. Another. By this time, she can't go back to the army again. It's over 60 years by this time.
Yeah. We were to catch up in Ghana. I'm meeting him quite soon. So
when you meet him, send my greeting to. She knows me very well.
Right.
She knows me. Such officers are the officers we need them in army. And Captain Awuni is a jovial person. It's very nice, jovial. You see, if Captain Awuni wants to send you somewhere to go and do some recce job, the way she will talk to you, it's very dangerous point. But the way she will talk, and then she will show how you go and come and bring good result to him. Also was an intelligent officer. But I'm a Lieutenant Brigadier Upper. She was a Lieutenant Colonel. She was a CEO. But the CEO being somewhere. But Baba Awuni, who were doing all this job, not the 2 years, all the captains and the majors, it's only Baba Awuni alone. Now I hope that maybe his son will be in army to continue his job for him. By the name of God.
Amen. Captain, this is a straight message from Nkrumah-Ex WO2 Gyimah to you, wherever you're listening. I'd like to say a big thank you, and we will catch up with you on the next segment.
Okay.
More into the history of Ghana.
Okay.
So we thank WO2 Gyimah for his presence today, and we'd like to also thank you for spending time to watch us. Remember to join us same time on our show on Anidi TV, and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you.